Hello, 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 beautiful Lyran Starseeds. This is Lyran Star Goddess Oracle and Tarot, connecting with the energies of light from the Lyran Starlight field, from Lion Light Council. We're receiving messages and information about what kinds of soul lessons and energies that are coming up for us right now that we're moving through. These are daily readings dedicated to Lyran Starseeds and Urmah Soul Pod, but whenever you find this reading, that is when you were meant to find it. So connect with me now in the Lyran Starlight field. I'm in agreement with Source and only Source. I am in alignment with light and only light. Let's take a look at what is going on today. Urmah Soul Pod. The first thing that I wouldn't even say that I'm witnessing. So there's definitely a healing aspect to this reading and the energy that's around us right now. The first thing I'm witnessing is this 10 of Cups as the big picture. So there is complete emotional fulfillment. This is also kind of an elated feeling, and it's a very healing card even. This is about pulling in and being aware of healing specifically the emotional body. I'm also hearing the regulatory body, the part, I feel like this is the nervous system that they're talking about. What regulates you. The big picture is talking about healing this sense of self, the emotional body, the nervous system, keeping your sense of peace and joy, keeping your frequency at a particular level that you like, not dipping down, not spiraling down. I always want to say, validate those moments. They're valid. So have your moment and then move back into the timeline awareness that you want to be in. Move back into the frequency that you want to be in. And if you know what that looks like, or you have this inkling or idea about what that might feel like, that's all you need to have in order to get there. So just take moments and move back into that space. But the big picture is talking about healing this resonance. Okay. So the heart of the situation is talking about some kind of halt in, what I'm seeing is a gate, and the gate is accessible. It's closed, but it literally looks like you could open it if you wanted to, but it's closed and you're walking up to the gate and you're looking over the fence, but you're not opening the gate. There's a reason why. And this is the reason why, happening now and into the near future, this is about going back and forth and living in two worlds. I've got one foot in this world, one foot in this world, and I'm doing that for a reason. The feeling that I am getting is because you are not wanting to outrun someone, or you're not wanting to leave someone behind. It's like you're trying to get them to catch up. And you're like, here's the gate. We know where it is. I'm just waiting for this other person to meet me here so we can go through the gate together. When I look at the past here, the past is talking about you having awareness already of what needs to happen, what needs to be done. You have all these resources already. You're doing someone a service by bringing them with you, even by showing them the way, showing them the path, showing them the gate. However, I do want to say they're slowing you down, but I'm hearing someone's higher self saying they're not slowing me down if this is what makes me completely emotionally fulfilled. If this relationship or this person or this connection somehow brings me great joy, I'm willing to make executive decisions over here to compromise. I will say this though, the emperor doesn't compromise because he has no need to compromise. However, he does choose his pace. So there is that. I feel like there is a reason to self inquire. Am I choosing my pace or am I compromising? Because I do feel like your pace is quite different than someone else who's affecting your energy right now. And really, this is not good, not bad. It's just what's coming forward. I feel like this is more about being conscious of it instead of allowing things to happen without any thought process or resonance, right, with it. Uh, so the soul lesson is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This is a partnered person acting single. And sometimes this means I'm partnered, but I'm having to make choices for myself somehow. And again, with the soul lesson, it's the whole gamut. It's like I'm not working for the community at all, and I'm working for only the community and not myself on the other end of the gamut, and then everything in between. So when I see the Nine of Pentacles reversed, I do feel like there is some kind of imbalance because proper, she's standing in her alignment. So there's something about not completely being in alignment. Advice is recognizing. So this is, here we go. Advice is recognizing that there's no longer a need for you to wait at the gate. You're literally doing this for someone else. It's time for you to walk through the threshold, walk through the portal, walk through the gate. We'll get to those in a minute. But it's so much energy coming from there, coming from the roots of the tree, the old wise tree, and coming from these seeds. We've got the Seven of Cups. I have a couple things to say about the Seven of Cups because, first of all, I always see the Seven of Cups as, I'm hearing portals. I don't usually see them as portals. I do see them as opportunities, but it's like you have this array of portals that you can walk through. You're coming from a place of all of this opportunity to walk through these portals. And I don't always see the Seven of Cups as the fantasy card or wishful thinking or not putting things into play or action. However, right now, I am seeing some sort of wishful, hopeful, I hope this happens. I wish this happens. If this did happen, if this could happen, that is part of manifesting. Though I feel like there is something that needs to be identified about trying to control someone else's process or someone else's pace because you are ahead of the game. You're down the timeline. This person is really having to come forward to catch up. So just be aware. You don't have to wait anymore. You're way ahead of the game. This is a choice. It's not good, it's not bad. If this is your choice and you choose it because this is your happiness, that is what it is. However, if you're on the fence and you're like, what am I doing? Should I wait? Should I not wait? What's happening here? Um, this is the message that you don't have to wait. Just be aware that you are running your show, your own show. You're living in two different worlds on your own accord. You can step into one or the other, or you can continue to ride the line. Overlying the situation, we've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords reversed. So this is a thought process of the work it takes and what needs to be harvested, what needs to be cut away when it comes to, I am hearing spiritual work. I feel like too, if this is more about not a relationship, but a spiritual project or class, workshop, study, direction of study or research. There's something that has been already researched to the best of your ability. You have all that information, and you no longer, I don't want to say you don't need to entertain it exactly, but you no longer need to spend as much time doing it as you once did because there's something else that would be more beneficial that would take your attention and time at this time. You have a lot of information about this, and if you want to dip back into it later, you certainly can, or create a practice around it that is different or more so than what you are doing now. But there's something else, the gate, the opportunity here. There's some other foundation that is, it's calling. It's calling. There's a magnetism to this. I am hearing self-inquiry, and there's a magnetism. There's like a light. It's like such a curiosity that you could barely stop thinking about it, or stop wondering about it, or stop wanting to inquire about it. So this is the message to let yourself do that. Go there, go to that place, go inquire about it, find out about it. You can decide what action to take later, but this is about an inquiry. When I laid out these oracle cards earlier, they distinctly wanted to go into three different places. So the galactic chakras are going into the soul lesson of this being partnered but acting single, or having to make decisions and choices while you're part of something else but for yourself. And this is interesting. Instead of literally living in two different worlds or having, this split of yourself, galactic chakras are talking about bilocation. They're talking about, I'm even seeing the two earths, the new earth and I'll just call it the old earth and the new earth. And the galactic chakras are talking about being interdimensional. This reminds me of Lemuria, in that they kind of went from 3D to 4D to 5D, and they could shift at will. Like it was just easy, depending on what it is that they were doing, communicating, what they were accomplishing. And that's what it feels like. Instead of actually choosing one and then having to choose the other and stay on one side, stay on the other side, like instead of feeling this split, this is more about a continuity or a flow or attention to flow within the transpersonal senses of the galactic chakras. It's a more spiritual place. Okay, let's check out the Lyran Light Council here. And receiving wanted to be over here with the future self, so we will look at that. The higher self is the Hermit reverse. The higher self is like, okay, I need to make some decisions on my own, as the soul lesson is talking about, and I need to actually move everyone's energy out of my space in order to do this. This is in moments. This isn't about cutting anyone off necessarily. It's just about getting to a place where you can be still and really focus your attention on self without having to worry about others. This is also the Knight of Pentacles reversed. She is someone who has worked and accomplished a lot for herself. She's been discerning, she's been shrewd, she's been clear thinking about what it is that she needs to do to build her resources, and she's done it herself. But now she's having to maybe support someone else. And sometimes, for instance, when children are involved, like that is what we do. A lot of times children are way more advanced than we are. But however that is, sometimes we have to take care of others, and that is what we're here to do. Yet sometimes when we start feeling like we are being pulled in two different directions or in two different places, there's a shift that's happening. And that's exactly what it feels like. The gate is there, you're at the gate, you're waiting for someone else in order to go through the gate, but the opportunity is yours. You're ready to go through. It is a timing thing. Okay, so higher self is talking about moving into your own alignment, stewing in your own juices, simma, and sit into your own resonance to find out your next step around this. Angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light show the Queen of Swords. This is the alignment. This is the alignment that wants to happen. The alignment with Source, the moments of reconnecting with Source and the knowingness that there's no separation. The Queen of Swords channels Source very clearly. She's not confused. She knows exactly what to do and what she's here to do, what her mission is, what her soul purpose is. She knows why she's going through this soul purpose at this time. She knows why anybody else involved is interacting with you and why you are interacting with them at this time as well. So future self is talking about the Nine of Swords and ascension codes. A couple of things here. Future self is talking about the stress and anxiety that's happening because of this split, we'll call it. And then future self is also talking about what the body needs. The body might be experiencing some stress or anxiety because of the ascension codes that are coming in at this time as well. The ascension codes could very well have to do with the feeling of wanting to wait, the feeling of wanting to bring others along, the feeling of not wanting to be separated from others. Angels and guides are talking about separation from source and pulling it back in so that you regain your resonance or the just awareness of your resonance with this source connection. Future self is talking about the need for self-care and self-mental care as you shift through these ascension codes, especially right here at summer solstice. This is an intense healing portal that is coming up for the Lyran Starseeds, the Urmah soul pod. Let's look at what to release. So we have the Nine of Wands reversed and the Three of Pentacles reversed. And this is about kind of being caught off guard with self-reflection and self-validation. Okay, so whatever you have felt surprised by, jarred by, whatever has taken you out of, kind of distracted you, a distraction. And this is a known distraction. It's not hidden from you. You're aware that you're distracted with this. So whatever that is, whatever that recognition is, this is kind of being hypnotized by it. So it's kind of like being release the hypnosis that you may have felt like you were under at one point around this. Like if you have felt like you have needed to, or you are responsible to wait or to do this back and forth in two different worlds, there's a clarity that's coming, and the clarity is around this hypnosis. This really isn't my responsibility, or maybe it was, but it's not now. It's now time to go through the gate. Let's take a look at this outcome. The outcome also wanted oracle energy over here. We've got the Five of Pentacles and Judgment, and this is about abandoning. I've been abandoned in the past, and I have abandoned in the past. This feels like a soul lesson, and it feels like this ascension, receiving this energy at this time, receiving these codes at this time, has a lot to do with healing the past. So ultimately, this is going to look like this. I don't know why these cards wanted to be here today, but this is exactly where they wanted to be. So this is about recognizing the ascension process in your body needing to recover rest and digest and all of that goodness. So just being aware of that while it's happening, you're not crazy, you are recalibrating. And this ascension awareness is going to help you with healing the past. I do not feel necessarily like this person is going to feel like they've been abandoned. I feel like it is more a fear for you rather than this other person, because I feel like there is a lot of awareness that you're ahead on the timeline. Whatever is meant to be will not pass you by. And of course, if this is job related, go with how that resonates for you. But I want to say too, if this person is meant to go through this gate, they will get there. And there's an energy of them needing to do that by themselves. They need to go through the gate without you holding the door for them. They need to open the door themselves. Wow. All right. Let me know how that resonated with you. Thank you so much for being with me today, Soul Family, and I will see you tomorrow.